Kate Monroe, CEO of Monroe Media, and I wanted to take a moment and tell you a little bit about my story, and here's why. Stories help people decide what they should do. It helps you identify with the person. And there's going to be times and points in my story that you go, that's where I'm at in my journey. And the reason I want to tell you my story is sometimes we have a low belief system, or we have such a past that we just don't believe we're ever going to get where we're trying to go. And I think if you listen to my story, you'll realize with a little inspiration and a little bit of help and a little bit of traction, you too can get to where I'm at now. So my story started, I grew up in Northern California, teeny tiny town, best parents ever, but we didn't grow up with a lot of needs. When I was a kid, I thought if I ever went to Hawaii, that would be a huge deal. If I ever made $1 million in lifetime income, that would be a huge deal. If you had a pool in our neighborhood, you were rich. I just didn't grow up with a lot. I grew up with a lot, and that was important. I grew up Christian, going to church. Then I went to college, and I had a very difficult time at college. College is not for everyone. I had been in AP for a very long time. I didn't know what I wanted to be. So rather than continue on this course, I decided, like a lot of people, to go into the military. And I ended up going into the Marine Corps. And you want to talk about adversity and getting things in your life that will force resiliency on you. I would tell you, if you are very, very young watching this, go serve your country. It'll change your life. If you're watching this and you have a kid who's thinking about going in the military and you're trying to stop them from doing it, let them do it, because no matter how hard it is, it's going to set them up for success and give them resiliency. After the Marine Corps, I lived in Florida and I started immediately sort of the entrepreneurship. Going back a little bit, as a kid, starting at 10 years old, I was booking all the babysitters. I was always selling something. I always had kind of a knack and a gift for gab, but I was always had that entrepreneurial spirit. So when I got out of the Marine Corps, I started back in my entrepreneurial efforts. But as you know, if you try to run a business, sometimes it goes very successfully, and entrepreneurship is great. And sometimes you go out of business because you didn't have the money, you didn't have the vision, whatever it is. So I've gone in and out of being an entrepreneur quite a bit. There's been about 1,000 things that could have derailed me. I had cancer, very recently. That could have completely derailed my mindset. I almost lost my little son. I was assaulted in the Marine Corps. Any of these big events could have been a pivotal moment for me, or I wouldn't have ended up where I am now. So now, just in the last couple of years, I started Betcom, and only a year ago, all you business owners, a year ago, we thought we were killing it. We were doing 15,000 in sales. We only had 5 people in the company. Only a year ago, 12 months. Now we have 75 employees, a media company, a brand company, doing $1.4 million in sales per month. Who would have thought that? I could have given up 11 months ago, 10 months ago, 9 months ago. And to top it off, I decided I wasn't busy enough, so let's go ahead and run for Congress. At any point during that journey, could have given up. I could have thought, you know what, I'm never going to get on the news. Nobody's going to like me. No one's going to appreciate my message. But I never gave up. And all of that, just drawing a line, stepping over it, and marching on, is how I got here. So if you're at any point in this journey, watching this, and you want to end up where you want to end up in your dreams, take it from me. Let us help you. A little bit of pressure on your back, get you out of your trench, get a little bit of traction, and you too can find success.